Hey everybody. 41 degrees out, people. A little bit of blue sky in the air. It doesn't look like they're spraying right now, but if we get too much blue sky, they'll just start spraying the shit out of us. And I don't know what this new shit is they got now, but when they spray a line in the air, they don't need as many planes to cover the entire sky as they used to, say, even 2 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. This stuff, they spray a thin line, it looks like, and then by the time it's done, it's opened up, it's covered a pretty good section of the sky, like it's opening up like a curtain, unfolding or unrolling, or it just amazes me. But that's why we're all having the weather we're having. That's what they meant by long, dark winter every time they said it. Want to let everybody know I had on my backup channel, I had a freebie, a free strike that if it happened to me, they wouldn't take down my channel or stop me from posting or anything. It was a freebie. It's your first one. And I knew I had it, and I used it yesterday. I did a video that pretty much, the way I see it, had nothing but truth in it. And I named names and told truths about those people I named. Of course, it didn't make it for you guys to see. It was shut down before that, but people, I don't know. You guys, I guess we're just willing to ride this all the way out. I mean, freedom of speech, there is no such thing anymore. Even though there really isn't any laws on the books that says you can't do these things, this is people that really don't even have any authority that got this stuff done. It's because they're CEOs of a platform or something, and they're allowed to discriminate. It's just amazing to me, people. Amazing. But it's neither here nor there. Anyway, I knew it was going to be taken down. I said too much, but I just wanted to test it. I figured because I only had 40-some subs, they might let it slide. But they didn't. This fire department across the street from me has all their flags. Looks like a blue line flag, their American flag, and the Ohio flag all flying at half staff. Did somebody die? Because I don't watch much TV anymore, folks. What happened? Anybody tell me that? Let me know. Why is flags being flown at half mast today? Another thing I wanted to talk about, I heard somebody talking about this shooting that was actually they said it was a gun shop. Somebody went into a gun shop to rob the gun shop, and I think one person ended up dead, a few people shot or whatever. But the guy I was hearing tell the story was saying, who would be stupid enough to go in and rob a gun shop? Or a pawn shop that sold guns, something like that. Well, let me tell you, folks, out there in Mesa, Arizona, when I was out there, they had a task force set up just for the pawn shops. It was called the Pawn Division. And this pawn division kept track of the guns that were pawned, They run all the serial numbers. If any of them come up stolen, they come and get them, and they get them back to their rightful owners. And that's why we, at most of the pawn shops, they try to check them out real good before they pawn them for anything, because if they end up stolen, the pawn shop loses all of its money. But out there at one time, they had, I believe it was some Mexican drug lord gangs from the Mexican side of the border, that they spent a lot of time on the American side of the border, dealing drugs, stealing, robbing, whatever they could do. Well, they got to a point that they were walking into pawn shops, killing everybody in the building, and stealing gold, diamonds, jewelry, and guns out of them. And so this one guy, that he ended up hiring me to run his security for his pawn shop. He was getting worried. There was pawn shops in the same town that had already been robbed, and they could, they would walk in, kill. Like I said, they didn't. Nobody lived. They walked in, they killed everybody. So when this guy was hiring for this position, I went in and applied for it, and ended up getting hired for the position. Now, we went in this pawn shop, and we took rebar. I think it was, I can't even remember how big. It was pretty good size around. It looked like jail bars. But we took this rebar, and we basically built a cage on the inside of his building, the building that he owned. We built a cage inside the building. So when you walked in the front door, and the only way you could get in the front door is if I buzzed you in that front door. Other than that, the door was locked at all times. And we had signs outside the doors that said the only loaded weapons in this building is ours. And if anybody came in with a loaded weapon, it wasn't going to turn out good for anybody. And but we built. I had nightmares about this cage that we built inside this building, man, because I spent so much time inside it. I felt like I was a bird in a cage, But I mean, that was the only way we could figure to totally protect it. There was one way in the door, or there was one door coming in. The only way you come in is if I let you in, and the only way you got out was if I let you out. So that's how we set it up. And I even asked this guy one day, because I saw some of the guys that come in there to apply for that position, and they were twice as big as me. Big old burly guys that you would think would be head of security. Now, I'm 5'7", and yeah, I used to work out a lot. I had big arms, big legs, big chest. I worked out when I painted all day, people. I worked construction all day, and then I'd go work out at night and shit. So I was pretty good, strong ass. Mean, too. I was mean, boy. But he told me, he hired me because he said, you got a presence about you. He goes, if you tell somebody, if say they come in this door with a gun, you tell them put the gun down or you're going to shoot them, they can pretty much look into your eyes and see you're going to shoot their asses. And, I never heard anything like that before from anybody, but that's what this man, that he hired me to guard his people that worked for him and to guard his merchandise with my life. And that's what he told me. I had some kind of a presence about me. And other people have said that, not in that form, but said that same thing after I heard it from this guy. But people, these guys, if somebody wants something bad enough, it don't matter if it's a gun shop. If they want it bad enough, hell, if there's certain weapons they can't get but a military base. I've seen them do it. They went on to the military base and stole the shit. They've driven tanks off of military bases, people, and drove them through town. So don't think people ain't got the balls to walk into a gun shop to rob it. There's some mighty stupid people in this world, and they will do it. But I just wanted to bring that up a little bit, because don't believe that people won't do something that you think, just because you think they won't do it, don't mean they won't do it. I mean, hell, they'll walk up and shoot a cop. These guys will walk right straight up to a cop and shoot him. They don't care. Them damn people we was dealing with down there in damn Mesa, Arizona, they were if a cop pissed off these people, they would go get the cop, all of his family members that they could find, and they would bring them all to one area. They'd make that cop watch his whole family die. They'd kill his whole family in front of him. Then they would decide whether they would just let him go and let him live or kill him. And some of them guys said it was worse that they let him go and let him live, because then they had to live with the fact that they watched all their family members die. These are the kind of people that are in this world today, folks. That's the kind of people that's in this world today. They don't care. They'll go after your whole bloodline. And it's not just the people you think are the criminals. It's also the people that you don't even think are criminals. They're the biggest criminals in the world, and you don't think they are. And those people will use a drone to kill an entire building or small city or block to get one person. And you're following them. I don't get it, folks. Don't get it. Well, that's it for me for right now. I don't even know which channel I put this on, but who knows? You guys, may God bless us all, because that's the only way out of this. And make no mistakes. God loves you, and so do I. And if anybody can tell me why we're flying flags at half-mast, drop me a comment and let me know, because I don't even know. Have a good day, folks. It's supposed to be a nice one tomorrow. We're supposed to get 51 degrees tomorrow. It's 41 today. You guys have a good one. March is first of the year is almost here. March. Have a good one.